Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to be responding to a person who is still searching for their passion as they haven't found it yet. They want to know what they really want in life. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. They say, I'm turning 30 and I still haven't found my passion yet. I'm an RN, worked as a caregiver, sales, customer service my whole life, yet I still haven't found what I really want in my life. Well, the first thing you kind of need to ask yourself is, does your passion have to be your career? I mean, it's always nice to have a fulfilling career, but are you specifically looking to have that as your sole purpose and livelihood? Or are you okay with just having a job that you enjoy and like, and your passion is something that you do outside of work? You know, having a job that's your life's passion is something that's almost like this fantasy that's floated in front of us from the moment we get into college. And it's almost drilled into our head that we have to pursue this dream as if there's nothing outside of work. I'm not saying you're one of those people who has that in their mind, but our culture sort of drives us into this whole kind of notion that work is life, and in order to be happy, we have to work to serve a higher purpose in our job. In some ways, it's a path to depression because it's drilled into us so much that work is life, that if we're not working to fulfill our passion, we're never going to be happy. So, for me personally, after going through a lot of self-reflection, bad jobs, anxiety, and depression myself, I guess I'm to the point now where I think of work as just being work. It provides a means for us to do what we need, or to have what we need. And if we make enough money and are responsible, it's a means for us to do what we want. What you want to do to make you happy can be something that you use. What you want to do to make you happy can be something that you use your job as a way to provide you with fulfillment. For a long time, I worked for nonprofits where, I worked a lot of hours, and it was all for the quote unquote cause. At first it was satisfying. I felt like I was doing something worthwhile in my life, but then I realized at the end of the day, it's just a job. I still had workplace drama to deal with. I didn't get paid a lot or what I felt I was worth. I put in a ton of hours. I had no time to socialize, see friends, because I was always working. But since I in my mind, I'm like, well, this is for a cause. I should be happy. So what am I complaining about? But all that did was lead me to become very disillusioned. In a short amount of time. A lot of people who work in an organization like a nonprofit, they end up sacrificing other areas in their life. They may feel fulfilled and love their job, but they have to worry about money. So no matter what you do, there's going to be some level of sacrifice that is required of you. As an RN, you probably make okay to good money. So if you're responsible with your money, you can use that to your advantage. You can donate, become a board member at a nonprofit you're passionate about, volunteer in your free time, all while you're keeping that bread and butter job that you have. I came to the conclusion when I was asking someone for a donation once, that I came to this conclusion that I would rather be the person that is asking for money than the person who's doing the asking. Because when you have that job that you just, you enjoy it, but it pays you well, you have a lot more flexibility to be philanthropic. So you first got to determine whether your job has to be your passion or not. If it does, then consider, what are you passionate about in general, and then start researching jobs that are in that sort of area. Is there a market with your types of skills, or do you need to take some classes? What do you see yourself doing every day that you're not doing in your current job that would make you feel more fulfilled? But there's a danger here. Jobs are a lot like relationships. When you start a new one, especially, if it's a job that you're excited about, it's going to seem amazing at first and you're going to love it. But, after 3 to 6 months in, are you going to enjoy the day-to-day tasks that you have to do? All that mundane stuff. What are going to be, you have to ask yourself, what are going to be the long-term consequences of, this job change? Are you going to have to move to find that first job? Are you going to have to move again to move up? How is your lifestyle going to change if you have to take a pay cut? it's always easy to say you can deal with the pay cut when you haven't seen that first check yet, but it can definitely be a rude wake-up call when you see that first deposit and it's a lot less than you thought after taxes and everything else is taken out. So before you make a career change, which is going to take some time and also might require some money if you need training or to move around or stuff like that, start trying to do some things to get out of your comfort zone. When you're living in a sort of monotonous, get through the day, come home, go to bed, wake up and do it again cycle, it's really hard to know what's going to give you that spark. So try to be uncomfortable for a little bit because you're not going to find any purpose. You're not going to find your purpose in any comfort. My big piece of advice, though, is to try not to put too much pressure on yourself to find your purpose for your whole life right here and now. At 30 years old, you're going to have 30 plus years of working ahead of you, most likely. And as you get older and your life and interests change, what gives you purpose now is more than likely not what's going to give you purpose or excitement 15 years from now, 30 years from now. That's why a dream job is kind of a myth. Instead, try to find something that you can enjoy and provide you as a means to find passion outside of work too. To me, it's more about finding a balance in your whole life. Of course, there's always, the anecdotal evidence where, you can point to one or two people that, they're doing their life's work and they're just, seem like they're so happy with everything they do. But again, those are always the exceptions to the rule. It's more about finding a balance in your life where you can be happy in more than one area. Anyways, I hope this helps a little bit. If you'd like to speak more with me, feel free to reach out. I'm more than willing to chat. In any case, please give me a like, subscribe, and share. And again, just, keep your head up and good luck. You got this.